Hi, I'm Glenn Heshka, Professor, Television Broadcasting at Seneca College, and with me is Michelle.
Ceccanesse?
That's what I was going to say. Thanks, Michelle. Save me on that one. I think I had your name wrong for, 12 years now? No.
No, I'm not that old yet.
Yes.
Neither are you, are you?
8, no. Yeah, I'm older than 12.
2010, I think I graduated.
You graduated 2010.
I was trying to think about it. I think it's 2010.
Cool. All right, so you're in Seneca, so so this was more recent enough that you'd remember, why did you come to Seneca, and how was Seneca? What did you like about it?
I came to Seneca from a mentor I had at Rogers TV. I did my co-op in grade 11 and 12 there. And my mentor, who was a director, told me that if I wanted to get into TV, Seneca was probably the best program. Yes. Well, I quickly learned how competitive TV was because I didn't get in my first time. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do now? So I took a media course at Humber, which was just like a well-rounded, like everything PR, advertisement, marketing, but I knew that I wanted to be in a studio. So I applied for my second time, and I finally got in after like hounding Blair in the summer. I'd call him, my mother called him. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, we really like when the parents.
So I called Blair and I asked him, like, I really need to get into this program. I hustled my way in, and I'm like, I thought I had a pretty good resume starting off. I was volunteering for 4 years. I did a lot of stuff with camera, floor directing, audio switching, directing a little bit of mobile. So I thought I had enough experience, but I didn't. They're what, 60 seats for how many applicants?
Yeah, 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah, you quickly learn how competitive this industry is, just not even being in school yet for it. So I came to Seneca, where I thought I wanted to be a television director. So I did everything in those steps while I was in school. I did a lot of studio, a lot of directing for studio. I didn't ever want to touch a camera.
Yes, as I recall, you didn't take my optional camera class.
I took production planning.
Yeah, you flat out said, I hate camera work.
I thought I had like tunnel vision on what I wanted to do, and I thought that as soon as I was out of school, it would happen. Well, it didn't happen. Every job I got out of school was camera.
So what do you do now?
I work for Sportsnet for the NHL, and I'm a jib operator and like PED camera operator. So.
Cool. And how many female jib operators are there around the area right now?
As a full-timer, I'm the solo at doing NHL right now. And then I heard another guy was telling me that there's one that he knows of who's really good, and she works for The Price is Right. So I'm the only.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So right now I'm dealing with an 18-foot jib on a national show that we do Wednesday night called Wednesday Night Hockey. And it's on a national network, and I'm a jib operator.
Way to go.
Which is crazy because I'm like, I don't want to touch that. I don't care for camera, but.
I'm not sure whether I should feel really good for you because you went to Seneca and you're doing this, or really bad that you didn't take my class, but yet you still are a jib operator. Do
you remember what you told me when I was going for a job at Woodbine, and you said to me if they called you for a reference, you said no for me to be a camera operator?
Yeah, I don't think they called me.
No, they didn't, because I worked there for 5 months as a contract.
That's right. Okay, so Woodbine, and Woodbine was an experience in a number of ways. We were shooting. You were doing some, of course, it's very important shooting there. You're live all the time.
Yeah. Handheld, PNG. Okay. Running back and forth, it'd be rain or shine, which I didn't really like too much.
So all the elements, lots of physical work, interesting place. The crew was good. People were good.
Yeah, amazing.
You had some tough time with some people not in the crew, though.
Yeah, there were some outsiders, people who worked for Woodbine, not necessarily in the television department, who didn't understand that there was a female camera operator. So there was comments made. But I think that just gave me more of a backbone because I'm like, no, I'm going to prove these guys wrong. What exactly does a camera operator look like to them? So I think I proved them wrong. It was tough, and I just wanted to get over with my 5-month contract, gain that experience, and move on. And I don't regret it. I look back at it, and I'm like, okay, that was my first job. That was a stepping stone. I liked it, but I didn't want to smell horse poop for the rest of my life. So I'm like, you know what, not for me. And I was glad that I had like that experience, but yeah.
So then you did take that, and the next job you got, and I do remember talking to you about this situation because you were saying, do I stay here and try to get another contract because I'm here? And there's that tendency that I have a job. Yeah. It's okay. It pays me.
Yeah.
Do I want to take the risk and go after another job? Because what if it doesn't work? Remember we talked about that.
Well, that's when I had I interned at the Score. I think it was my second year up here doing my internship hours. I had another internship my first year I did. I wanted to complete it because I was getting nervous. I didn't want to do it towards the end of like the semester, knowing how crazy busy it was going to be. But it was at a post-production house. It was the first one that got back to me and said, yeah, come do an internship. But I didn't feel that it was right for where I wanted to go in my career. It's post-production. I didn't want to be a coordinator. I knew that. But I did it, got it over with. And then come second year, I asked Blair if I should do another internship. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? And I said, sports. So he gave me the Score. But he's like, but it's camera. I'm like, I don't care. Give it to me. I'll do it. I'll make it work. I've done studio camera before. I know how it. Yeah. So then that was a competition between. The Score was then offering me only 15 hours a week for Woodbine at full-time, full benefits. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I know Woodbine, it's full-time. Do I want a full-time job in TV, which sometimes it's hard to come by, or the Score, a bigger network, more opportunity, but 15 hours.
And you were still hoping to direct at this point because you wanted to get out of this camera.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to do camera anymore. My back, no. I was in the best shape of my life, though, because running back with that camera. But I thought the best idea was to go with the Score. I thought there'd be more opportunity for me to start directing. Because I knew Woodbine, it was like a tall ladder to climb if I wanted to get out of camera. So I ended up at the Score. That was my...
Still doing everything you could to get away from camera, even at the Score.
Yep.
You had your mindset on directing because you were switching.
I started technical directing a bit. So what they were doing was offsetting. They'd give me a few hours on camera, and then I would be technical directing 2-3 shifts maybe out of the month. So that was exciting, nerve-wracking. And then, I don't know, I just always fell back on camera. Mm-hmm. And then in come Jib. With the Score, which was really good, it was a revolving door because it wasn't paying much. I got a full-time job really fast. I moved up, and our full-time Jib operator left, and I was next in seniority. So they're like, you need to get on that, and you need to start doing it. And I'm like, oh God. And at the time, I think it was a 6-foot Jib. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's like a remote control. I don't play video games. Like, I don't know these things. I'm like, I couldn't understand the concept, but then I started learning Jib, started getting better and better, and then I started doing Jib full time. So
where you go? So do you still want to direct?
I do eventually. I think that you always want to get better and do more things. And in television, I think that more well-rounded, the better. Like, I've had directors that would ask me for shots, and I don't think they knew what they were talking about. I'm like, that's not feasible. I can't do that. Like, there's only so much. So by not knowing as a director what you can get out of your camera operators, what you can get out of audio and video, that's not, like, I want to know everything. So my progression is, I want to do camera. I did technical directing. I know how to build and do things, and then my progression, I want to start directing eventually. Yeah. But I think you need to be well-rounded. So for any of you guys who say, I don't want to do camera, you should learn everything. I don't like Avid. I used to tell Blair all the time, I don't want to learn Avid. When he gave me the Avid test, I'd probably give him the worst dirty looks ever because I didn't think I needed it. Pro Tools, I hated it, but I know I know certain things to get me where I needed to be.
So when you're in college, don't lock yourself into thinking you know what you want to take and this is it and this is my entire life is going to be doing audio or doing whatever. Because
people that you work for, I don't know why I thought that I'd go strictly, I'm going to go, let's work at the Score. I'm going to go to the Score and start directing. That will never happen. It's a reputation that you need to build. People have to be able to rely on you. As a director, I want to be able to rely on that camera operator. I know that they're good at what they do. And I know a lot of directors handpick their crews. So I want to be able to pick a crew. Okay, you know what? They're good at camera, but do they know the ins and outs of the camera? Can they troubleshoot? Can they floor direct? Can they do other things in case I need them to jump? So I think you need to be well-rounded. And my start is camera, and it's been 5 years now. So there's a progression, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I love doing camera, so even if I stayed in camera, I wouldn't mind.
Anything else apart from directing that you have aspirations to go towards? Is there
Conquer the world.
Pardon me. Is there a documentary in there somewhere? Is there some big traveling somewhere?
I don't know. I always liked the live studio kind of thing, but I'd like to do more field work and produce. I applied for another job actually to see. That's another thing with experience. I was talking to Gavin, remember the CD teacher?
Yeah.
That's another class that I have no patience. I couldn't sit at a computer and start doing 3D. That wasn't me at all. But everything comes full circle. I was up for a job. It was a junior producer for the NHL. And it was between me and another guy. And I've never produced before, so I was straight up with the head of the producing team that I was going to be. And I told him, like, I don't have that much experience. So he gave me jobs, and he wanted to see my creativity. So I sent him all this stuff, and I built a contact with them. The only thing that I lacked, that he couldn't hire me, and he actually felt really bad because he liked me as a person, and he's like, I think you do well, but you don't have that graphics background. And I just saw Gavin in the hallway, and I told him. He's like, see, you should have paid attention more. I'm like, I know. So
Yes, you say that a lot.
I would like to do more creative things like in the field. That's why I applied for a job like that. So I would want to do more in the field, I think. Maybe camera. I don't know.
Good, good. All right, so students are, coming up. They're looking for things, internships and jobs. Your opinion, your advice for what do they do? How do they get somewhere?
Honestly, it's kind of sad to say, but my resume I thought it was decent, didn't get me anywhere. I applied to countless jobs. Me sending out an email of my resume didn't get me anywhere. It's build relationships. Like every job I got was through somebody. I got my first gig at the Score through Blair. And obviously Blair would recommend me for a reason. He's not going to recommend someone who doesn't think they can get the job done. I got Woodbine from another teacher here because she knew somebody. So every job that I got was through contacts. So I think that if they know you're reliable, you have a positive attitude, you can get along with people well. Because I think TV, it's a group of people that you have to work with. It's a team. If you want to be solo, go be an accountant. Don't work with people. You have to learn how to work with others. So I think that being a shy person, being kind of to yourself is not going to work. Be out there, be a go-getter. Be very positive and just try your hardest. Make all the contacts you have. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's it.
Thanks, Michelle.
Ah!
Good talking with you. Wonderful.
This is so weird. I'm here.
It's so funny being part of the camera.
Oh God, there's so many cameras.
Well, you can go get behind yours
yeah,
after this.
I have to go work tonight.
Okay, thanks.
All right.